The good thing is I did it one time. I came out to Vogue and I would spin the cups around and then make believe I was dancing. It was horrible. Lee, it was horrible. And then when I got to Seattle, do you know, like in my fourth year in, I used to do this Spanish comedy show.
No.
I think Josh Wolf still has pictures. A girl would come off stage and play the maracas, and I would do comedy.
No.
Oh, please.
In between your jokes, it was like spoken words. Like,
No, she played the maracas while I was up on stage.
oh no.
Yeah, I called it like salsa comedy, and I wore like a ruffled tuxedo.
You wore like a puffy shirt?
Yeah, no, like the shirt with like when you go into a wedding, like that type of stuff. I mean, guys, I've done it all, okay? You're not going to come to me with no story about nothing. I've done it all. I've walked down. There's no bigger loser than me. I have done it all. You know, I just remembered that because I found like the I know a girl that has all that stuff. I know a girl that one day she's going to sell that stuff and make a ton of money. She's got all the pictures of that. My ex-girlfriend.
Of you in the shirt and stuff?
And the shirt of her on stage playing the maracas with a white dress on. I hope that if you went to those shows, you never told people about it. Or if you did see those shows in 96 and 95 in Seattle, you just stopped thinking about it. You just got it out of your mind. Because, dog, this is why I go to tell you, listen, we all have something we want to do, and there's a price to pay. And the price is to put in the work and make a ton of mistakes and get called a fool and somewhere or another breaking out. Just, you know, I can go on here forever.
But at least you try. I mean, in some way, that's a good thing because at least you had the balls to try it because all your goal was just to be funny. But like, it was,
my goal was to just become a decent human being, man. My goal was, I had been such a stiff for so long. In 1995, at the age of 33, I had just gone through so much, you know. And I was sick and tired. I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew what I didn't want to do. And I said, you know what? I don't owe anything to anybody. I don't have parents. I don't have to impress anybody. I don't have to get a college degree. I don't have to do anything. How do I make myself happy? How do I make myself productive? How do I make myself a good person? Like, what can I do to stop stealing? What can I do to stop this drug abuse? What can I do to stop the way for God's sake, I tried to rob somebody. And I had been doing it for years. What can I do to avoid all this? You know, the only thing I could do and to dive myself into it without thinking twice about it was comedy. Guys, I hated working. I hated working. I hated arguing with you about money. I hated all that stuff. But when you're a laborer, you have no leg to stand on. When you don't know about something, you have no leg to stand on. And you have to pay your price before people pay you in society. And I got it. I just didn't want to do it. Like, I understood that, but that's fine. That doesn't work for me. I want you to make me vice president of the company today, and I'll keep working on it. But I knew I was never going to be satisfied, even if they gave me that. Because I had that. I had a bunch of ton of it. I had talked myself into great jobs that after a month of being there, I'm like, this is great, but it's not what I want to do. Like, this is a great salesman's job. This is a cush salesman's job or whatever, but this is not what I want to do. I did that 20 times, Lee. I did that 20 times. I almost talked myself into being a rep for a pharmaceutical company with no college degree. When I lived in Boulder.
How?
Just a fake resume.
Oh, Jesus.
All I knew is if I get myself into the room, I could talk that guy into giving me the job. That's what I did know. Do you understand me? Yeah. So that's what I knew. But I still remember going to the interview and the guy asked me about what I studied. And me, that's why I asked you, do people, when you go to, when you went to editing jobs interviews, if they asked you about college, look at what's going on in this country right now. Because they push college so much, kids are in debt. This college debt is so much. But what it also did was it took kids away from going to trade school. My buddy in Vegas that I grew up with, I've known this kid since the 6th grade, okay? We spoke Friday night. I invited him to the show. I left his name on the door because I thought he would come. And he goes, Coco, I can't come to your show because I am so tired. He goes, I cannot find help. I go, what do you mean? He goes, I'm looking for a mechanic. I'm willing to pay him $45 an hour. And I cannot find the mechanic. Because
45 an hour?
45 an hour. But he wants a mechanically, like
an experienced one, yeah.
Yeah, somebody who
not like you look at me like I was gonna go to mechanic school today. Like,
yeah, no, an experienced mechanic. Because there was a gap somewhere in society where everybody was pushed into college and nobody was pushed into learning trades.
Yeah.
And right now the country's suffering because a lot of people aren't there to fill those gaps. We got tons of attorneys. We got tons of doctors. We got tons of lawyers. We got tons of dentists. But we don't have enough mechanics. And I'm not talking about you going to school and getting certified in mechanics. If you know anything about my friend, his father owned the gas station on 26th Street when we were growing up in Union City on Kennedy Boulevard. So he grew up in it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So Mario could fix anything. Like you give Mario that computer and he'll fix it in 3 days. There's people that have an aptitude for that. So they go on. My wife and I were talking about this the other day, how in school when I was growing up, they had auto body class.
Yeah.
Auto. You had it too?
I took it, yeah.
To fix doors or to be a mechanic?
No, to do small oil change stuff. To be honest, I took it for like 2 weeks and I switched to video class.
Why?
Because I wanted to do video stuff.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be for me.
There used to be an auto class.
I did wood shop, though.
You did wood shop?
Yeah.
See, my wife says that today they don't have that anymore.
Oh, I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they got rid of all of it.
Are you serious?
Because of the budgets, yeah.
So my wife said that they don't teach that anymore. They don't have that on curriculums. If anybody's seen that differently, please notify me on Twitter. Maybe I'm talking out of place, or maybe my wife doesn't know what she's talking about.
It's because I grew up in a very rich town. I was the poor kid in a rich town, and I think maybe the richer towns might still have it because they have the budgets. But most of those kids, they don't want to do that. It's looked down upon in a weird way. But yeah, like now that you hear about it, you're like, wow, I could make $45 an hour being a mechanic.
A mechanic.
That's a lot of money.
We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.